Hey everyone, 13 meteorologist Sean Ash here on 13 Plus. We're going to spend some time today to talk about Severe Weather Preparedness Week, the upcoming statewide tornado drill, where you need to be going, and differences between watch and warning. But that Severe Weather Preparedness Week is going to be March 9th through the 15th. And we always recommend take that time during that week, go over your safety plans, know where you need to go, and kind of rehearse those actions. And the National Weather Service would love to have more storm spotters. And if you are interested in that, reach out to the local offices. In our viewing area, we have several that cover the various counties. Obviously, we have the National Weather Service office out of Indianapolis, but also North Webster, Indiana, covers that northeastern corridor. Chicago covers Benton County and far northwest Indiana. Louisville covers the southern counties, and Wilmington, Ohio covers the far eastern side of the state for us here. So we've got a lot of action. All right, so for the statewide tornado drill, that will be on Tuesday, March 11th at 10:15 a.m. We will break in to Channel 13 as part of the drill. And as part of this drill, the National Weather Service will issue an alert to test systems here. It will not trigger the wireless emergency alert on your phone. It will trigger sirens. Now, please keep in mind, sirens are they're outdoor warning systems. And that's what we mean by that. They are outdoor warning. They should not be relied upon for you inside of your home. Okay? You should know how to receive warnings, all right? Test that safety plan and know where to go either in your home, in your work, or your business, okay? So let's run over some of these things. Remember, you need to have multiple ways to receive warnings. You will receive them on your phone. You'll receive them on your television. We recommend our 13 Weather app as well. We also recommend a NOAA weather radio that has a battery backup. Those are when we say, hey, you should have multiple ways to receive, that's what we mean. And there's nothing to replace a NOAA weather radio. Those are fantastic. They will wake you up in the middle of the night. Sometimes we don't have our televisions turned on. And sometimes there may be something going on with the cell phone. Maybe your battery dies. But those are what those are the different ways you should be getting those warnings here. All right. So when you receive a tornado warning, you need to be taking that action. And this is what that action should look like. We always recommend the interior portion of whatever structure you're in. Okay. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside portion of your home or your workplace, okay? Not only the interior portion, but also more importantly, the lowest level of whatever structure you're in. Preferably a basement, but not every place has a basement. If you don't have a basement, just get in the lowest level. Over and over again, we see it that the wind increases exponentially away from the ground. So the higher you go, the stronger the wind, and we've seen it over and over. That roof is going to get blown off first before the walls down here give way. So put, again, lowest level, middle portion. And yeah, if you've got a underground storm shelter, that's great too. And some places do, by the way. Some local cities have these storm shelters, and those are great options to keep you safe. Now, in your safe room, things that you should have. Study after study has shown, unfortunately, a lot of the fatalities in tornadoes occur from head trauma. So in your safe space, a bicycle helmet, or at minimum a pillow, but a bicycle helmet would be optimal. You should have some water in there, your cell phone, an air horn, and you definitely want to have, if you can have boots, that's great. But you definitely want to have, you don't want to be in there with flip-flops. God forbid something happens to your house and it's blown over. Trying to climb out of that in a pair of flip-flops or barefooted is not what you want to be doing. Okay, so when you start coming up with this checklist, these are things you should be checking off here. The air horn, extra batteries, the boots, the cell phone, the first aid kit, a flashlight, have some snacks. Sometimes you might be in your safe spot for a little longer than you might want to be. Water and that weather radio. Those are the things that you should have on your checklist, okay? We mentioned the multiple ways to receive warning and get that protective gear ready and have a way to alert first responders. That's where the air horn will come into play if, again, in the event something were to happen to your safe spot. Okay, let's talk about watch versus warning, and we use this graphic over and over because we think it's a nice, easy way to digest this. So when we're preparing a taco, these are the ingredients for our taco. They're not assembled just yet. So this would be the taco watch. But when all those ingredients come together and we finally form our taco, we're switching it over to a taco warning. Very similar to a watch versus a warning. Okay, a watch is going to last for several hours, and it may cover several states. Okay, you're going to get hours, generally you're going to get hour notice on this, hours, several hours in fact. That's when you start going over that plan again. A warning usually is going to be significantly shorter in duration, 20 minutes to at times an hour. And it will cover portions of counties. And so versus hours, generally, you're going to have more minutes, and that's when you're taking your action. Okay, so again, watch versus warning. Let's talk about tornado watch versus a tornado warning. Has a tornado been reported or indicated? If so, then boom, that's the tornado warning. Do you need to get into the shelter immediately for a tornado watch? You do not. For a tornado warning, you do. You have time, plenty of time to plan on the tornado watch. You don't have a lot of planning time for the warning. So that's why you want to go over all this stuff so that if you were put under a tornado warning, you know exactly what to do and do it quickly. Should I closely monitor weather conditions? Check mark for both, for watch and for warning. Now, when will a tornado warning be issued? Whether a tornado has been confirmed by a spotter or confirmed by radar. In another segment here on 13 Plus, we'll discuss how the new radar technology can actually confirm that. Sometimes, and we hate to see this, doesn't happen often, but a tornado emergency is a type of tornado warning. And that's when a significant tornado has either been spotted from the spotters or the radar, and it's in a populated area or it's heading toward a populated area. And then what we typically get, not all the time, but what we typically get on tornado warnings are radar indicated rotation, okay? So those are the various types of tornado warnings. These are the various types of severe thunderstorm warnings, and they come with a tag of severity. So our base is 58 mile per hour wind, 1 inch diameter hail. A considerable severe thunderstorm is considered 70 mile per hour wind and nearly 2 inch diameter hail. And then we also get severe thunderstorm warnings that are labeled destructive. And those you treat like a tornado warning. The considerable and destructive, the 80 plus mile per hour wind, you should be in wherever your tornado warning safe spot is, that's where you should be. And then also we can get what we call destructive hail, nearly 3 inch diameter. That's going to smash windows. That's going to do significant damage. So like the tornado watch, tornado warning, here's the checklist here, and very similar. Severe thunderstorm watch, you have time to plan. That severe thunderstorm warning, you don't. You're taking your action. You're taking it quickly, okay? So that's the breakdown here on 13 Plus. Please If you don't have your safety plan, work on that, please, over the next couple of weeks before we start to see this swing in activity here, and go over it with your friends and your family and your kids and know where to go here. And don't forget our free 13 weather app here on 13 Plus. I explain the advantages of that and how you can utilize our free app to get all of its potential. Take care. Thanks for trusting us for your local weather information as we get ready and prepared for severe weather season here in Central Indiana.